In mid-18th century on Paris, night sky was so dark that it allowed the astronomical study of deep sky objects from observatories in the city. Astronomer Charles Messier was chosen to start the discovery of the finest deep sky objects that today any amateur astronomer can see with a small telescope. Located 21st century, it is impossible to imagine observing nebulae or galaxies from this lovely town, but will take advantage of the magic of the simulation to return the stars to the sky of Paris, in a simple tribute to the Comets Hunter. The alpha stars of Virgo, Leo and Bootes constellations form the triangle of the spring. Spica, Regulus and Arcturus are located at the vertex of this triangle, that fly over our heads every night, as the spring season. April is the best time of the year to start the observation of largest number of galaxies contained in a small area of the sky. Also we turn to two constellations that are at the north pole of our galaxy, far from both the dust disk of the Milky Way. This condition allows us to observe objects of faint and distant deep sky, through an open window to the deep universe. Comets and Virgo contain a swarm of thousands fuzzy points, whose vision will take us to other islands of stars similar to our own, each with billions of planets and perhaps millions of possibilities for life. Four bright stars are called Diamond Virgo, Caroline Canes Venatici, Arcturus in Bootes, Spica in Virgo, and Nebula in Leo. In the center of this rhomboid lies Comets constellation, the Berenices hair. The stars that make up this asterism are low brightness, reaching bright to the fourth magnitude. Alpha star, Diadem, a triple star system, help as a reference to observe the beautiful globular cluster M53, 60,000 light-years away. In this image also appears the cluster NGC 5053, far and less compact. Highlights double star 24 Comets, a couple that's showing to the telescope a strong color contrast between the bright orange and pale blue fainter. It can be solved with simple binoculars. Along with the star Gamma can see at naked eye the open star cluster MEL 111, composed by 80 stars and located 260 light-years away. However, the most interesting part of this region of the sky is the large number of galaxies that can be seen with an amateur telescope, and where we can see up to 8 objects in Messier's catalogue. M64, or Black Eye Galaxy, is the brightest galaxy in the constellation, and is visible with binoculars, in very dark skies. With medium telescopes, can appreciate the hazy black eye that appears offset from the galactic core. That is nothing more than a massive agglomeration of dust and gas that will lead to the formation mysteriously late of billions of stars. M88, is a beautiful spiral galaxy. Like most of the galaxies in this group, away from us 2,000 kilometers per second. M91 is a barred spiral located on the border between Virgo and Coma Berenices. Its position makes the seafront, which helps to estimate two characteristic spiral arms of this type, similar to the Milky Way galaxy. Now, include the spiral galaxy M100, which is really the last registration that Messier note in his catalogue. Telescopes with 12 inches mirror can perfectly show the arms where countless star clusters are threaded. To locate the Virgo cluster of galaxies, trace an imaginary line between the stars de nebula, in Leo and Vindimiatrix, in Virgo. Halfway are the two brightest cluster galaxies, M84 and M86, two elliptical giants with 500 billion suns each one, that are visible in the same field of view, with a low magnification eyepiece. If you have a telescope of 8 inches mirror, view significantly improved and will see more weak and small galaxies, that will enhance our understanding of the cosmos. In focus M84 and M86, and then we move towards the southeast, and elliptical M87 appears, the largest galaxy of the group and the visual center. It is surrounded by an entourage of more than 4,000 globular clusters, formed by stars that could not be sufficiently attracted into the galactic gravitational field. We can compare two different galactic formations, moving us a little east to run into an elliptical galaxy, M89, almost in the same eyepiece field, moving a little to the north, and the spiral galaxy M90 appears. If you reverse the movement again, then appear M89 to the south. By repeating these movements as often as you can, then appreciate the structural differences between the galactic giant. From M89, we move to east to find a barred spiral, M58, similar to our island structure. At this point, we can let our planet's rotation is responsible for the following galaxies show. After only 4 minutes of waiting, the couple of elliptical M59 and M60 appear on stage. That great entrance. We left the area to look for the brightest galaxy in the Virgo domains. If we draw a right triangle, where Porrima and Spica stars are located at the ends of the hypotenuse, right in the corner formed by the two legs, is located M104, the High Galaxy. Being 8th magnitude, is visible with binoculars, but the brightness of the galactic halo, only it's seen with telescopes. Do not miss the chance to contemplate in a clean and dark sky through 12 inches telescope mirror. You will be impressed watching the famous dark band rolling in the galactic bulge. Finally, we goes down towards the Crow constellation, where only with large aperture telescopes we can observe the gravitational interaction between two galactic monsters. NGC 4038 and NGC 4039 are two irregular galaxies located about 70 million light-years away, whose collision causes the expulsion of gas, dust and stars of the environment, leading to a steamy bands that simulate antennae of an insect, unwatchable even in our powerful amateur telescope. Contemplate the stillness of the sky over your head, and discover the motion of the earth under your feet.